Hey everybody, in this video I want to talk to you about the Brother SE1900 sewing and embroidery machine. This is a combination machine that will do both regular sewing and then you have the ability to add the included embroidery arm and you're able to do the full 5" by 7" embroidery. So let me give you an overview of both the sewing side of this machine and the embroidery side. Here we have the machine set up for regular sewing mode. So let me go over the major features of the sewing side of the machine and then we'll focus on the embroidery. The number one thing you want to look at when purchasing a sewing machine, how many stitches is on it, what comes with it, what can it do, and how durable is the machine. With the 1900 we'll have a larger motor in it than most of your sewing machines that's on the market. This particular machine can easily handle sewing 8 layers of denim and feeding it, because the feed dogs that's built in on the machine will touch the fabric in 7 places, so there's more surface area involved with that. That will put the machine under less stress and strain as it's feeding that material through. The SE1900 has 240 built-in sewing stitches, so you will have every category covered, whether you're a basic garment sewer, if you're into quilting, there's several stitches for that, heirloom sewing. You have the one-step buttonholes that are built in on the machine. You have decorative stitches that are built in, and then you'll have other applique stitches that are built into the machine. Plus, it's going to have 5 regular sewing alphabet fonts. Now, these are going to be smaller fonts than what you will get on the embroidery side of the machine. So you'll be able to do up to a 7mm tall letter on this machine. So if you're doing something on a dress shirt, or something of that effect, you're able to do that very easily. Do a quilt label, or just made, a tag saying "made by," or any kind of message you want to sew. The SE1900 is loaded out with the full color screen. It's a very clear screen. The machine will show me on the screen what foot it recommends for the particular stitch. All the Brother Presser feet have letters indented into them, so you'll know exactly which foot you need to have on the machine for doing the particular application of the particular stitch that you want to. So let's say that I want to sew out a zigzag. I can put my machine here on the zigzag and I have both my width settings and length settings easily set up right there for me that I can adjust that length and width very quickly. I don't have to worry about it. It will show me on the screen exactly how wide. That is a true picture of the stitch that you're doing. Now I also will have some other neat features on the machine. I can override my foot control, though it will come with a foot control. You can use it with or without, because I do have a start-stop button here. So if I want to slow the machine down for whatever it is that I'm doing, or speed that up, I can override that the speed of the machine sewing. It will have the built-in scissor that will snip the bobbin and the top thread for you. You do have the needle up, needle down feature. There are times I want to raise my machine out of the needle out of the garment. There's times I want to go in if I'm turning a corner. And then you have the reverse that's built into the machine. Threading is super easy like all the Brother machines. It is channeled all the way down to my needle, and then I do have a built-in needle threader. I've got the top drop-in bobbin and makes that real easy. I can see how much bobbin thread I have on the machine. There are sensors that will let me know when it's getting low. And then I have the removable accessory tray. So if I want to hem a pair of pant legs or a shirt sleeve, I'm easily able to do that. And looky here, folks, when I open that up, the lever opens toward me so I can easily get to the presser feet. Everything has its own little category for it, a little cavity for it. And then I have more room for more accessories and keep more bobbins and needles or whatever. Keeping all my accessories with the machine nice, neat, and organized. It does have the knee lift built in. It will come with a knee lift lever. So if I want to do free motion embroidery or stippling, I can raise and lower my presser foot just by moving that lever over, and it'll raise and lower the presser foot here for me. Now let me show you just a little bit about what this machine can sew, and then we'll focus on the embroidery. This machine, like I said earlier, can handle easily up to 8 layers of denim. If you'll notice under the presser foot, I've got an extra high lift under my presser foot, so I can get that thicker material up underneath the garment. I can pull up my stitch that I want to sew, and we're going to use it without the foot control, and I'm going to back the speed down just for demonstration purposes to show you just how easily this machine can go through different materials. If I do anything to stop the machine or a thread breakage or anything like that. Here I just pull the thread out of the eye of the needle. The machine senses that. It stops automatically. So I'll hit OK here. Then I'm able to go back, pull up what I was doing, and I'll rethread the machine. Make sure we got our needle in the highest position. It threaded the needle for me perfectly. There's a little razor on the side of the machine. Trim the excess. Same way, let's check our bobbin while we're doing this. Goes right here. There is a channel there. I just follow that, and there's a little razor inside that trims the excess off. Now I'm ready to go back to what I was doing. Now we're going to sew 8 layers of denim. I'm going to go from the 8 layers of denim all the way down to a cotton material. That top drop-in bobbin really does make the flow very nice. The machine operates very smooth. It's very quiet because the hook is rotating all the way around my bobbin. And I go from a standard cotton, and then we'll go to the stretch material. And go from extreme heavy to extremely lightweight, and I do not have to worry about changing any tensions. There's no need to do that. It handles sewing, even this stretch material, and there's no puckering. Now we have the SE1900 set up for embroidery mode. Then the number one thing that you want to look for when purchasing an embroidery machine is think in your mind, how large of an area do I want to do? I think one day what I want to be able to do. Because Brother does have models that will do smaller than this that get you down to the 4" by 4" area. We find that customers eventually want to trade up based on the size of the embroidery arm. We find that customers eventually trade up due to the size of the embroidery field. The 4" by 4" machines are fine, but you run out of room very quickly when you want to put names, or say I want to combine a design together. This machine here will give you a 5" by 7" area, which in my opinion is one of the most popular sizes that's ever been made. You literally can do a design that's up to 5" by 7" in area. The machine also has a built-in embroidery edit feature. So if I wanted to put a design, say at the top, and then put a name underneath my design, I can combine all of that into the embroidery machine. I do not have to go to a computer. The machine does have a built-in USB slot on the side of the machine. So if you have a design that's in the Brother format that's less than 5" by 7", you're able to import that into the machine. And then you're able to combine that with either designs that are built in, or you do have several alphabet fonts that's built into the machine. So we'll go to those right here. I actually have 2 full pages of designs here of letters that are built in. So let's say I decide I want to do this. I can do upper and lower case, punctuation in this particular font. And then if you ever want to get to the point that you may say, well, I need other fonts, I need more script fonts or different styles. There are digitizing programs that we do have available that'll get you basically any kind of font you want. You'll be able to see that on your computer and be able to import that into the software. Feel free to contact us because we do carry all the accessories, not just software, but other hoops that are available for the machine, other presser feet, you name it, Ken Sewing will carry it. The 1900 gives us that ability to pull up a design, so we're going to back out of here, and I'm going to pull up just a simple design. We'll embroider it out so we can show you exactly what that's going to look like. So we'll do this little fish here. The machine does show me on screen what size hoop I need to have on the machine. It will come with a 5 by 7 hoop, but there are other optional hoops available. We will stock those at any given time. So all I have to do is make sure I lower my presser foot. Notice on the screen it's still red. When this turns green, I'm able to embroider out. So I'll hit set. I'm not adding anything to this particular design, though I can rotate the design. I can resize it, move it around within my hoop where I want it. If I want to add fonts or anything to that, I'm able to do that at a particular time. But if I'm finished editing my edit, then I'll continue on to the very last step, and right here I'm ready to go. So all I have to do is hit go, and it's going to embroider out this first color. It'll stop, snip the thread, and tell me to change my thread to go to the next one. So if this design happened to be 15 colors, the machine is going to tell me when I need to rethread it, so it makes it really super nice and easy. I can have this needle threaded in way less than 5 seconds with no problem. With practice, you'll be able to do it too. So all I do here is hit go, and I'm going to walk off and leave the machine and let it do its thing. It will embroider out this design for me. If I'm in the middle of this particular design, let's say the power goes out, or somebody accidentally unplugs it, anything happens, thread break, do not take your fabric out of the hoop. I can pull this design right back up, and I can fast forward through the stitch count and continue on where I left off and finish the design out with no problem whatsoever, and nobody will know that this actually happened. And it's as simple as that. The machine does all the work for me. Ken Sewing Center is your authorized brother dealer. We've been a brother dealer for the past 50 years. We carry everything that's made for the SE1900. Be glad to help you compare features between not just brands but models and find the machine that's right for you. I have several salespeople at our store and several technicians that can handle any kind of question. Once you buy from us, you're not done dealing with us. We're here to help you all along the way. We provide toll-free customer support for the life you own your machine. If you want to come by our Muscle Shoals, Alabama location for lessons, you have free lessons for life. That also applies to calling us. We're glad to help you in any way we can.